Today's angling is brought to you by Chaos Tackle, Tuffy Boats, The Musky Shop, Vexen Fishing, Custom X, Esox Assault, and Lee Lures Custom Baits. Joe, I see you're not screwing around here.
No.
This is real.
We're sucker fishing.
We are officially sucker fishing.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Thing is, at this temperature, they probably live in here for 45 minutes out here without even water. That's how cold it is. It's like just the perfect temperature. Okay. If that isn't big enough for you, I don't know what is. I can't wait to see the fish we catch out here. So, we continue southward. Got too cold where we're fishing actually up on the big pond. And Joe Fox was nice enough to invite us down just a little further south and see if we can actually catch a fish the last 4 days. Robbie and I.
5 days, it's actually 5.
Oh, yeah. This is number 5?
Yeah, this is number 5.
I kind of lose track.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we've moved further south around the Minneapolis metro area, and we're with Joe Fox here. Joe, what's the program today?
Gonna run some suckers, do some casting, try to get some fish. Had a good day. The last couple days been actually pretty good, so we're gonna try to continue that today. You guys been struggling. I know you've been trying for those 50-pounders, but you know, we'll try to just catch some fish today.
Hey, yeah, if it has scales, fins, and teeth, and if it bites something like that size we're using, I'm all good with that. All right, so what do you got for a rig here, Joe?
I kind of just make my own rig. Kind of what I do is just kind of make 2 leads and a nose clip. A lot of guys use different rigs. This is all 135 AFW, just with 2 leads. Crimped like crazy. I actually crimp it 3 times, sometimes 4.
7-strand steel.
Yep, and then just 51 wire for a nose clip. You know, that just goes in the fish's nose. And then you want 1 lead longer than the other. Reason is you want to put 1 behind their head and then 1 further back on the body.
Perfect. Yeah, when you got meat that big,
yep.
you got to have some.
You got to make some bigger rigs. The store-bought rigs, they just don't make, you know, big enough rigs really for 20-inch suckers. So we just kind of make our own.
Right on. Well, that looks like the program. Then you got 200-pound fluoro.
200-pound fluoro. That's a 300-pound saltwater swivel.
And so marlin.
Yeah, and then just to get some weight down there to keep the fish down, especially in bigger wind. Today it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
But in the bigger wind, and then actually that's just a stealth trolling leader.
Oh, right on.
What I use. So
cool.
You can make your own or whatever, but I just get them from stealth. So.
And then up from there, looks what?
135 Cortland.
Okay.
So, a lot of guys use 80, 100.
Yeah.
I've broken it off too many times, or not too many times. You do it once and you kind of quit it.
Yeah.
But you know, the 135, because you're just really setting home on some of these fish, especially some of the bigger fish. So.
We realize these are not 130-pound fish, but for those of you that might be thinking 130-pound, what are you fishing for, whales? The thing is, when you hit them on these sucker rigs, and Joe is going to show us hopefully shortly, when you pop that thing, there is just the shock. You got to have that heavy pound test with braid because there's no give in that stuff.
Especially the cold temperatures is when it gets worse. And then
yeah.
A lot of guys will use the graphite rod. Don't do that actually.
Oh, yeah.
Chaos is actually coming out with their new trolling rod next year. It'll retail for about 120, 130 bucks.
Yeah.
It's the same blank as the Custom X rod.
Yeah.
So look for it this winter.
That'll be sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the 8 foot. Is that the
8 foot? 8 foot rod.
8 foot heavy trolling stick.
Yep.
Same thing we used for the pelagics the last few days. That didn't get pulled on at all except from a lure.
Use them for trolling, sucker fishing. They're great for both.
Okay, well, we got moon set coming up shortly. Let's get some meat in the water and see if we can get on the board finally.
So like I was talking about, you just take the nose rig, pop one side in there, pop the other side in there, kind of push it in there. It's in there pretty good. And you want to make sure, I always make sure that this stuff isn't twisted. And then take one, you want to just kind of pick up a scale, pop it right there, because the fish will grab it right here, or they'll grab it behind the back over here, typically. Not always, but I just throw one in the back of the body back here. Pop it up. We're good to go.
Look at that dude. Oh, look at him. He's going. We like this one.
I like his attitude.
Yeah, look at that.
There's a fish.
Oh yeah. What's going on, Joe?
We got a fish.
We're at Moon, aren't we?
Right near it. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
You gonna hit him? All right.
Yo, I don't fish on. You didn't even have the net ready.
I don't have the net ready.
Come on. Wait, come on.
How long did that take?
Wow.
About 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That didn't take too long, guys.
Holy
Told you we'd
cow.
get a bite today. You guys
You're right.
weren't. You guys said the cameras and everything, but
We were very disappointed
I was pretty confident.
from the last 4 days of fishing.
That is awesome.
I told you to come down. We get a fish. So
Joe, that took so long, man.
Moon was at 10:44 and time right now is 10:50. That fish likes the moon, let's just say that.
Nice little chunk though. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
skinny at all. I'm just waiting for that other sucker to go off.
Yeah.
Being at Moon right now. Look at the belly on that thing. That's a good looking fish, man. How's that first start? Joe said we would catch a fish. He's like all up and down swearing we'd catch a fish. Yeah, it took like 10 minutes, so.
not bad.
We don't want to start with the giant hog you said you might have saw here
Yeah,
yesterday.
well, we're trying. So
Sweet.
let's get her back.
Goodbye.
I tried.
Awesome, man. Right off the bat, we just started. We still have all day to fish. That's pretty much 5 days it took to catch a muskie. And it took meat, and it took the assistance of Mr. Joe Fox. Nice work, buddy, man. That's freaking money.
Got one on camera for you boys, so
Oh,
we're
man.
good.
Cool.
Let's get back at it and get some more.
Now that is how you set the hook on a sucker rig. Bam! That was money.
That was good. That was good.
Let's watch that one more time. You gonna hit him? You gonna hit him? You gonna hit him?
Oh, hi. You're, oh.
I want to see too. I want to see too.
I want to be part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Tick, tick, tick. Oh,
Coming up.
oh, he's got it.
Got it.
Sweet.
Dude, Joe just marked this fish.
Well, I'm up to bat, guys, so I'm rather excited right now.
Ah, so close.
I just saw his tail.
A
Oh,
fish?
fish?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, gosh.
Get ready.
Where are you, Muskie? We just marked this fish. That is crazy. That is crazy.
I had to come down and
Yeah.
see all the hoopla and see what was going on. I saw the tail end of the mark on the graph. What's so awesome about fall muskie fishing, especially with the live bait like this, is that you often mark the fish before you get them to bite. And it's cool. And actually you can, once you get dialed in for the fall, you actually get kind of a sense of how big the fish are just by the mark of the graph. It's kind of entertaining. What do you think, Joe?
Well, it's like playing video games. You see them on the graph, and you know, like I always tell people, you're just watching your graph all day. You're looking for marks. You're looking for that sort of thing, and you see marks, and then a fish comes up and eats your sucker. So, it's fun. So So the fish have been going on the afternoon major for the last couple days. We've been getting a shot at a few fish each afternoon here, coming up about an hour away from that time. So hopefully we can catch another fish.
Oh, down. It just went down. Wow. That back sucker. Yeah, the bobber went underwater for a short second. I wonder what's down there chasing him.
Speaking of those bobbers, Joe, that's an interesting rig you've got on those bobbers. Let me take a look at that thing. Okay, so that's the beach ball float.
Yeah, that's just the beach ball float. Then you have wire, which you just wrap, any bucktail wire, 51 wire or 62 wire. Just kind of basically make a bucktail, make it out a little bit so it can't go through it, and then you have the trolling clip, which you just attach there, and that's pretty much the setup for that. Very easy to use, very user friendly. So just clip it on the line. When you set the hook, in theory, it should pop off.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might have a pickup, folks.
Holy cow, guys.
Set it.
No!
We got one.
Holy cow. Stop that.
Turn us around.
Turn it. Spin the boat, or?
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering what happened,
What were you doing?
Freaking dropped it.
aren't we in weeds?
Is that a fish?
Yeah. Oop. Nope.
Give it a low line.
Really? Wow.
Coming towards us? I'm confused.
Oh, I saw a big.
Set back that way.
You got him?
Good shot. Holy cow. I don't know if he's put back in. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Fish in the bag. That was so confusing and suspenseful. Holy cow.
Nobody said
I don't know what. Wow, that is actually a fish. It was just swimming towards us. Holy cow, that was cool. Sunset fish. Holy cow. That was, if you're following
It's
there, Lee.
icy in the bottom of the boat.
That was so cool. We thought we had one on the
Other rod.
on the left rod, and Joe said, "All right, set the hook." Set the hook. The sucker comes flying out of the water, and then we look back and there's one on the bobber. And we're looking at the graph and it's like super shallow here. We thought we might have weeds. Anyways, that is not a weed. That is a live muskie.
Just had to wait till the bitter end.
Yep. Good thing we waited till sunset and we got one.
And we got to get another bait out.
Yeah, they are biting. All right, finally the last fish of the day in the boat. This will kind of wrap up our Minnesota adventure. I'm gonna grab them here.
I don't know, Robbie, the hook set was kind of weak.
It was very weak. That's my second time I've done a quick set rig, all right? I got some learning to do. Yeah, I don't even know if it was actually hooked or it was just holding onto the sucker.
It was kind of pandemonium there when that other rod was going off.
It was confusing. All right, there we go. Nice Minnesota muskie to end our trip. Stop
Need some
wiggling.
help?
Yeah, I need some help there, Joe. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful muskie on a sucker to end our trip. That's what we wanted, and that's what we got. Pretty awesome. But you know, it was a grinder trip. But hey, we finished it off with a fish. Thanks, Joe. That was awesome. Let's get her back. All right. Let her go. I'm sure she's fine. Yeah. She wants to go. Cool.
Congrats.
Thanks again, Joe. That was fun. If people want to get a hold of you, Joe, what's the easiest way to get you?
Just call my cell phone, text me, 952-567-0060. I do have 2 or 3 more days open this year.
Sweet.
Looks like we should be able to get another 2 weeks out of the year, so we're on some fish right now. Didn't get the 3 bites, as I said earlier, but we did get 2.
That is good
Oh,
enough.
well, we did have 3 bites.
Yep,
we technically did have 3 bites.
True.
But some smaller fish today, but, you know, they all can't
every day is different. Yeah.
Every day is different, so.
Cool. I'm going to leave all that information in the description, and you can get out with Joe. Thanks, guys, again for watching.